Hey, Robert, first one in. Man, those are some speed skates you got on, my friend. Hey, Vicky, hello. Yes. Hey, we're hitting those buttons tonight. We're hitting them tonight. We got to start them right off, all right? Rachel, Grandma Debbie, yeah. Hello, Jenny Jen, back again. Meanie. Chris, there he is. Hey, Chris with the sunglasses, making Uncle Glenn look cool. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, we're back. We were on Farm to Table to Soul this afternoon. For those of you who don't know what that is, Farm to Table to Soul Season 2 has begun. And we started with the seedlings. And we were on this afternoon. Uncle Glenn was doing some transplanting. We were talking about seeds and about transplanting and some philosophy. You know, we did it all. We got some spiritual thoughts about it. And I said, you know what? We got to get back on Fall Into Flavor. Fall Into Flavor is when we cook. And we are going to do some cooking tonight. Some creative cooking. Some stuff I never did before. But my I never did before apron is dirty from the other night where we had so much fun. That was a great St. Patty's Day. I hope you guys were safe. You enjoyed yourself. Because I tell you, I had a great time. Had a great time. Mama Tracy in the house. Yes, with the fireworks. Boom. Chris, yes. Boom. Oh, yeah. Patricia. Hey, Chris, that's really nice. You got this. You got us going here today, Chris. Wow. Really, really quick. Holy smokes. Everything I plant dies. Well, listen, Crazy Lynn. Wait a minute. What do we have? Whoa. We just saw a galaxy. Chris is going off. Whoa. Oh, hey, Chris, you're going to let Uncle Glenn lose his voice early in the game tonight. All right? Holy smoke. Look at this. We got 186 people, almost 200 people. We haven't been on for 2 minutes. Holy smokes. Hey, we got to invite tonight, join the fan club, and follow Uncle Glenn. We got to grow this family to 1 million. 1 million, we're going to do it. All right? So let's talk about what we're going to make tonight. All right. Well, I know before we talked about, hey, let's take some of that corned beef and turn it to corned beef hash and make some breakfast. I don't know. I just, I thought about it and I said, you know what I want to do? I want to do, today is St. Joseph's Day. All right. So we have to make some St. Joseph's Day pastries, but we're going to put a twist on that. Look at the mustache. Chris, the sheriff in town. Oh yeah. But here's what we're doing. We're going to make, all right, let me get my board. You want me to get to the board? Huh? All right, hold up. I ain't going to be able to see you now, so I got to go to the board. But you keep inviting, you follow, you share, and let's join the fan club and let's get this crazy going tonight. Here we go. All right, I got my coffee on my coffee warmer, but let's go to the board. Let's look at the board a minute, all right? Come here. All right, here's what we got to do. This is my plan. Man. Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh. Listen very carefully. Uncle Glenn Shop Talk is gone. It's back. Uncle Glenn 2 at Uncle Glenn 2 is back. We're back. Yes. I got it back. So we got to celebrate with some nice pastries tonight. We're going to make some St. Joseph pastry. It's like a cream puff shell. So I only made cream puffs once, but we're going to do that tonight. Thank you for the celebration. Yes, Salty Jenny. And we're going to use the filling. You know, look at this. Look at, what is that surprise baby mob? Oh, the mob. You saw, oh no. Oh, Chris, holy smoke. Chris is just swiping us up and down tonight. Yes, thank you. Stephanie, thank you for the boss. Thank you for the hearts. You guys are great. You're happy Uncle Glenn 2 is back? Not Uncle Glenn 2, also. Not Uncle Glenn 2, the number 2. No. All right, but we're back. The name is back. Uncle Glenn is back. And we are doing what we do best. And that's love on each other and support each other and have a great time. So if you're ready to smile, you're ready to laugh, you're ready to have a good time, let's do it. Oh, look at this. Chris. Chris, that's Kit Kat. Oh my gosh, they're going to have like a fight here. Panther paws came out. Ooh. Melissa, we're doing it. Tracy. All right, here we go. All right, let me tell you what we're doing. All right, it's going to be a very creative night. Very creative. All right, first thing we got to do is our St. Joseph pastries. But we're going to do a little twist on this because we're not filling it with just whipped cream. We're not just filling it with cannoli cream. We're filling it with Irish cream that we made the other night with Bailey's. That's what we're going to fill it with. All right, so this should be a lot of fun. We're putting our own little twist on St. Joseph. We're going to give little St. Joseph some fuzzy juice inside tonight. That's what we're doing. All right, so we got that we got to do. We got to make the shells, and then we got to bake them. All right. Then I want to do, because Kit Kat asked for it, a Greek salad, a nice big Greek salad. All right? Healthy. We got to do a little healthy. All right? Then I want to make we're going to take, I have tonight, Chris, you are doing it, Chris. What? That baby chicks? Ooh, look at the baby, get a crab in the head. Oh, Salty Jenny said the cheering crab. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Oh, you're making it so fun. We're not even on 10 minutes. You guys are just incredible. Holy smokes, Tracy. Oh, yeah. All right. So now we're going to do, I got leftover meatloaf. Leftover meatloaf. What do you do with that? We're going to take leftover meatloaf and we're going to, I sliced it up into about 1-inch pieces. I'm going to flour it. We're going to dip it in egg and we're going to fry it. Right? We're going to fry it almost like a baked meatloaf cutlet. Then we're going to take it out and we're going to make some fresh mushroom gravy and some grilled onions. And we're going to put it in a pan. We're going to put the onions on it, the mushrooms on it, and we're going to top it with mozzarella. And we're going to bake it in the oven. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, I could do that or I could put, fried meatloaf. Fried meatloaf. I never did it before. Why not? Why can't we do that? All right, we're going to try it. So we're definitely doing that. And I just don't know how to top it. If you want me to top it with just tomato sauce and mozzarella, or we do the mushrooms, the onions, maybe some peppers, and we bake it in the oven with mozzarella, take it out and pour some hot mushroom gravy on top. What do you think? What do you think about that? Huh? Oh, all right. So we're doing that. So this is going to be fried. We're doing fried meatloaf. Fried meatloaf. This is going to be fun. All right? Why not? Why not? All right? This is going to be good. And then we have a salad. We got some fried meatloaf. We're going to top that meatloaf off with some mushrooms, with some I think we should put some grilled onions. We'll make some of those. And maybe some peppers. All right, maybe I'll fry up some peppers along with the onions and top it. All right. And and melted mozzarella. Mutz. All right? What do you think of this dinner? We just came up with it. I mean, I was on about 2 hours ago with the family. We were talking about the seeds. We did transplanting. And now we are back to fall into flavor. And we're going to have some flavor tonight. And we're going to have some fun. I love doing this because if it comes out good, it's a new thing. If it doesn't, I'm going to eat it anyway. What's the difference? All right? So let's start with our St. Joseph pastry. Now, let me tell you about that. The St. Joseph pastry is the same mix as you... Oh, that's got to be... Oh, what is that? Chris, the pot of gold! You just gave Uncle Glenn a whole pot of gold! Melissa always has, that's her favorite, and I always miss it. Oh, Chris, thank you for your generosity tonight. I just got to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right? All right, just having, I gotta fix these vocal cords here. All right, so, let me tell you. Wait. Did you see the whale diving? Chris! Chris! What are you doing tonight? My mind's got to be going, holy smoke, did you see what Chris did? All day, you started right off with a bang. Firework, galaxy, whale, pots of gold. I mean, all these great gifts for Unc and the family. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Chris. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now, let me tell you about this. When we're making this St. Joseph pastry, it's like making a cream puff. I only made cream puffs once. The difference is the mix we're going to make on the stove. Then we take it out. We're going to let it cool a little bit. Then we got to add some eggs to it. All right? Then we got to put it in a pastry bag and spiral it almost like a hat and bake it in the oven. So I'm going to turn the oven on right now to 425 degrees, and we are going to start to make that. All right? Man, Chris, I got to tell you, unbelievable. What a show he's putting on. Holy smokers. All right, so we're going to start with 1 cup. We're starting with 1 cup of water. All right, I'll bring you over to the stove because that's really where we're going to be operating here. All right, so I got 1 cup of water. If you guys want to know how to do this, I only did it once. I made cream puffs once. I'm making the shell for the cream puff right now. All right, first did I turn the oven on? No. All right, I'm going to put that up to 425 degrees, and we're going to let that oven get really hot. When we put the shells in the oven, we got to drop the temperature. But we want to have the temperature nice and hot so that those cream puff St. Joseph's, they jump. That's what we want. All right, so we got 1 cup of water going in here. All right, turn the heat on. All right, now I'm going to put some butter in there. All right, got to need 1 stick of butter, using unsalted butter. All right, and I got to put a little extra because this is about 6, I need 8 tablespoons. So I'm going to put this in there, melt this in. All right, we got to melt that down. We're putting the whole mix in here. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more. I need a little bit more in there. Let me get a little more. Okay. So 1 cup of water, 1 stick of butter. All right, don't be starting, hey, how do you say butter? I don't want to talk about that tonight. All right? No talking language tonight. All right. Now, I got some salt. So we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right? Everything's going right in here. Half a teaspoon of salt, and we got to put 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 full teaspoon of sugar. We're making the shell. We're making the shell for the St. Joseph's pastries. All right, we're trying it. And, you know, this is what we do. We try different things. Now, I made cream puffs once. They came out pretty good. All right, 1 teaspoon of sugar. All right, so in here, 1 cup of water, 1 stick of unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, eliminate the salt. But I didn't. So half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and I got to get a cup of flour. All right? Let me get the flour. Hold on. Dry this up. All right? I dry my cup. And then we're going to get 1 cup of all-purpose flour. All right? And we're going to mix all of that in there, and we're going to bring that to a boil. All right? First, we're going to bring it to a boil, then we're going to add the flour. Let me get some flour in here. I need 1 cup. So while that's coming to temperature, I got to bring that to a boil first. All right, and then we're going to add flour to it. We're going to mix it. So this is a cup. I need a little bit more. Hold on. Put some more in here. I'm coming over with the flour. I got to come with the flour. Hold on. Okay, I think that's a full cup. Nope, a little more. Need 1 cup. Okay, that should do it. All right, come back, and we're gonna now take the flour, and we're gonna add the flour into here once we get this to a boil. Let's get you over so you can see. Watch this come together. So I got 1 cup of flour, all-purpose flour right here. All right, we have 1 cup of water in here. We have 1 stick of butter, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. All right, we're going to mix that up. We're going to bring it to a boil. All right, then we're going to stir in this flour, and we're going to let it. We're going to put it out, and we're going to stir it in. I'm going to think about. Let's bring that right to a boil. All right. All right, when we add this flour, what's going to happen is we're going to keep stirring it until it comes into a ball. Once it turns into a ball, we're going to take this off the heat, and we're going to let this cool down. And we got to scramble up 4 eggs. All right, 4. And then we're going to, once it cools a little bit, we're going to add those eggs to this mix, and then we're going to put it in a pastry bag. All right, we're making like cream puffs. This is like making a cream puff. All right, so we got the water boiling right there. Now we're going to start adding the flour right to this. Okay, let me make this a little higher so you can probably see better. All right, so we got the water boiling. Now we're going to start adding the flour and stir. Okay. We're going to stir it until it pulls away from the sides. Okay? It's pulling away from the sides. That's what we want. Let's mix it all good. Okay, I'm going to take this. All right? So we have flour. We have 1 cup of water. We have 1 cup of flour. We have half a teaspoon of salt. We have 1 teaspoon of sugar. We have 1 stick of unsalted butter. All in here. All right? It's good. Pulled away from the sides is perfect. Okay? I'm going to cook it a little more because I want to cook the flour a little bit. We'll let it cook a little bit, but I'm mixing the whole time. All right? Mixing it the whole time on the heat. All right? Now I'm going to turn the heat off. All right? Now, we're going to go back here. Okay? You see how that came together? All right? Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put this in one of my steel bowls, stainless steel bowls. You guys know I love them. All right? They work amazing. All right? I'm going to transfer this to here. And I'm going to scramble up my eggs. Okay? Look at that. Okay? Letting it cool. This is what's great about the bowl because it's going to distribute the heat. All right? I want it to cool for about 3 minutes. All right? Spreading it out. And then we're going to mix in our eggs. So I'm going to take 4 eggs. And we're going to scramble these eggs up and get them ready. 1. Now, if you want to add a little vanilla, you could do it if you wanted to. I don't think I need it. 2. 3. Just grab those shells. Okay. Hey, Uncle Glenn's not a chef. All right, so I know chefs don't get egg shells in their thing. I'm just a regular guy trying to cook, have some fun with yous, all the yous. All right? Let's get rid of these shells. And let's finish our mix. Okay? Let me get my whisk right here. Now that dough we just made is cooling down. All right? We're going to mix this up nice, and we're going to start to mix that into that dough right there. Now, if you want to add, like I said, if you want to add a little vanilla to it and you want to spice it up a little, you can. Okay? I'm just going straight. You could use the same exact dough to make cream puffs. All right? You can use it for egg eclairs. All right? But tonight, we're doing St. Joseph's. And we're doing it, and we're going to fill it with a special cream. We're not using cannoli cream. We're not using whipped cream. We are using our Irish Bailey's cream that we made the other night with cream cheese and ricotta and powdered sugar. So it's going to be very, very different. It's going to be delicious. Okay? All right. Let me get a different thing to fold with. All right. We got our oven on. Like that. All right. So now we're going to start to fold this into here. Okay? I'm going to start mixing this in. Ready? Little at a time. I'm going to incorporate this in. Little at a time. Okay? We want to get the lumps out, and we want to be able to work that egg into the flour, butter, water, sugar, and salt. All right? This is how we're going to make our shells for our pastry dough. Okay? So we're mixing this first. We're putting this in a little at a time. All right? All right? So we're going to put a little more now. Okay? Let's mix that in. This is going to get looser, which is what we want, but we want at the same time to keep its consistency. There's no yeast in here. There's no baking soda. There's no baking powder. This is strictly just the flour, and we're making now we're incorporating the egg right in here. Okay? And we'll get this into a nice consistency. And then we're going to put this in a pastry bag, and we're going to pipe it right into spirals. And then we're going to bake it in the oven. Okay? You see how that's coming together? This is what you got to do. Okay? Now I'm going to add the rest of the egg right here. Okay? 4 eggs. And we're going to work that in now. This is not hard. If you have the tools, that's what's important. You know, I'm not I don't have any products up tonight, but you guys see what I use. So, you know, this is, you know, when I do have products up and we do a live with the products, you can see. Tonight I can't tell you about labels. I can't tell you about anything. I'm not selling anything here. All I'm doing tonight is spending time with this wonderful family and getting us back on track, all right? Because we started with less than 200 people. Less than 200 people in May. We got ourselves up to 37,000. You hear that? 37,800 people, all right, in less than a year. And we had some glitches with Tic Tac, all right? We had some glitches that they messed my account up, or I messed my account up, or somebody did it. But we got it back. It's Uncle Glenn's back. Uncle Glenn #2 is back tonight. And we're going to have some fun. We got to tap away, my friends. Tap away and let's follow, share, and join the fan club. That's all I ask you to do. All right? Follow, share, join the fan club. All right? Let me do my part. You do yours. All right? So if you haven't already followed, it takes 2 seconds. Why not? It's a good place. It's a good place. And you won't regret it, I promise you. All right? All right, this is done. All right, so now we're going to put this in a pastry bag. And we have to, let me get a bag to do this with. I don't think I'm going to use, I don't know, let me try this tip. First of all, let me see if this tip works. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to take it out. Let me put some of this right in here and see if this is going to work or not. Okay, I don't want to get too much in here if it's not going to be able to come out. All right, hold on, let me just see. All right, I'm going to squeeze it out and see what it looks like. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's get this down. I want to make sure that I can get that through the tip. Yeah, I think I can. All right, just want to show you. We're going to practice right here. Okay? Yep, we can do it. Okay. So now I'm going to put the rest in. I just want to make sure the consistency was good enough for the bag. It is. And now we're going to pipe out our St. Joseph pastry that we're going to use. I'm putting it all in here. All right, now we're going to, now you can make cream puffs with this. You can make eclairs with this. All right, this is the mix for that. All right, eclairs, cream puffs, and today we're doing St. Joseph's. And we're going to make spirals. We're going to bake them up. And then we're going to, when they come out of the oven, we're going to let it cool. And we're going to cut the top off a little bit. And we're going to fill the inside with our Irish Bailey's cream that we made the other day for St. Patty's Day. And we're going to use that cream for our St. Joseph's. So we're celebrating all the saints today. We're doing St. Pat, we're doing St. Joe, and we're doing Uncle Glenn. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right? All right, here we go. All right, let me get a pan to put this on. Wait, I need that pan right there. Yep. All right. Mama's got her own pans there. All right. Good. Thank you. All right. Now, I have a pan. I want to spray this. All right. I'm going to just get some spray. And now we're going to make them. I never did this before, so I don't know how well this is going to work. But I think it's going to work. So far, it looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's take our bag and put it over here. I'm going to hit this with a little spray. And let's start creating. You ready? All right. All right. Ready? Let's see how this goes. I'm going to start over here. Actually, let me do it this way. We got one. That wasn't so good. All right, well, let's try it again. I want to go spiral in and do a second layer. That looks better. All right, let's do it again. We're going in a circle, and we're going on the inside of that, and then we're going on a second layer. All right, do it again. I think we got enough for 2 more, I hope. I think so. All right? Let's see. Hey, we never did this before. If I can do it, you can do it. You just got to have the right tools. It's easy to follow directions. It's not. You can't build a house with only a tape measure. You need to have the right tools in your kitchen. All right? You have the right tools, you can do anything. Now, I don't know how these are going to come out. I really don't. So.
What are those?
St. Joseph's.
I don't know what that is.
No? I mean, they're all different sizes here, so. Now, I think I'm going to put a couple of, we'll see how a cream puff will be, too. Let me just, because I got some left. So let's just use this right here for a cream puff, straight cream puff. Cream puff.
What, they're like sandwiches?
Huh? No, we're going to put Irish cream in these.
Inside?
Yep. Now you can make eclairs with this. The shell for an eclair. I don't know if I have enough to try. I don't want to. Let me just get another. I just want to use it all up. Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay? All right? Now, these are going to go in the oven. Now, I'm going to put this in the oven. And this is important. I have the oven heated up to 425 degrees. We're going to drop the temperature now to 350. We only pop the temperature, so initially the heat's got to make these jump. But I want them to bake at 350 for about 15 minutes. I do not want to open up the oven, because if you open the oven up, they'll drop. So it's a one-shot deal here. All right? One shot we got.
Like a souffle?
Yeah, I guess it is like a souffle. All right, so let's get over here. All right, we got the temperatures at 425 degrees. I'm putting this in on the top. I'm going to actually put the timer on. Okay, I'm dropping the temperature now to 350. We only had it at that temperature to make it jump. Now we leave it. I'm going to set the time for 15 minutes. All right? And then, you know, no second chance. Boom. All right? We just made ourselves some pastry shells. Okay? I'm not a pastry chef. I'm not any kind of chef. All right? I can do it. You can do it. We can do this together. All right? And it's not hard. Now, you're going to be able to see all these lives. I can't tell you where anymore. I got in trouble. But I am Uncle Glenn #2 everywhere. So if you want to say, oh, thank you, Bunny Crown Kit Kat. Thank you for the heart meat, Treasure Island girl. Ariel Drone, Frankie. Thank you for the roses. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's where it is. But I can't say it. I got in trouble. Next time I do it, 90 days you won't see me on here. All right, so all my lives I upload though. All right, and I am Uncle Glenn #2 everywhere, including here. Here, I just got it back. So now when you don't see that shop top thing anymore. Now it's Uncle Glenn 2, and I got the family back with us. Oh yeah, we're back to where we started, and we're gonna be better than ever now. Better than ever. All right, we went from less than 200 people, less than 200 in May of last year. We are close to 38,000, and we had a real bump in the road for 2.5 months. So now we're back, and we're heading to 1 million followers here. 1 million, not 100,000, 1 million. And we're gonna have food stock, not wood stock, food stock, where someone's gonna lend us their land, and everybody's gonna come. You're gonna bring your provisions. We're gonna cook for one another, have music, bands, and there'll be porta potties, not like Woodstock. All right, we'll make sure there's plenty of porta potties. All right, plenty. But it's a dream. Now, listen, you can have a dream, but the dream don't happen unless you work for it. And how you start working for it? Hit the follow button. Right now, hit the follow button. Share this. Join the fan club, because I can't do it without you. I need you. I want to be your uncle. I'm the uncle of almost 38,000 people all over the world. Uncle Glenn 2 also is your uncle. Just hit that follow button and we're good to go. All right? Now, I want you to see something too. Let's do that test. You know, today we were on today for a little while, and we were at 30, where we are about now, maybe 34,000. And I said, can we get to 50,000 before I'm out of here? And everyone started to hit that screen. Tap, 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 tap. Do you know how long it took us to get to that 50,000? Less than 4 minutes. Because every time we were hitting, I think we started, it was taking 7.5 seconds for every 1,000. No, I'm sorry, 9 seconds. We got it down to 5 seconds. And our best is when we've gotten it to 2.5 seconds. And let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. I want you to see something. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? You think things can't be done? Anything can be done. Anything, family. Anything. This we did in one night on 4-hour live. 4-hour live. We got over 2 million likes. All right? Over 2 million. You know why? Everyone was going, bop, 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 bop. And we did it. We set a goal. Our goal was 500,000. Then our goal was 1 million. And we hit that. Then it was 1.5. Can we do it? And we did it. And then we got to 2 million and way over. We did it. And I have this little momentum on August the 29th of 2025. And a number of times we've gone 500,000, million, all the time. But now we're back. We got our account back. And let's do it. Become part of this family. Follow, share, join the fan club. All right? Yes. All right. So that goes back up there. It reminds me. I'm waiting now for those now. When those things get done, once those pastry shells are done, we got to let them cool. All right? We're not filling them yet. Let's get going with our fried meatloaf. You want to do fried meatloaf? Does anyone want to do fried meatloaf? Did anybody ever make fried meatloaf? Did anybody ever make fried meatloaf? All right? No, I never did it either. I never did it before. I never did it before. Apron is dirty, so I can't do it. So I'm going to do it tonight. We're going to try it. And then we're going to take that fried meatloaf. We're going to put it in the oven. We're going to top it with mushrooms, grilled onions, maybe some peppers, and mozzarella, and bake it. And then when it comes out, we're going to put brown gravy right on top. And we're going to make ourselves a Greek salad. All right? So I think first we should do the Greek salad. Let's get our Greek salad ready. Okay? I got the lettuce right in here. All right? So we can let this cool meanwhile. All right, let's do it. I know you guys are, I mean, Chris started this night off. Amazing. What a great, I mean, what? Look at this. Already we're at 41,000. I didn't even ask. Let's see how fast. When we get to 42, I'm going to count. Everybody hit that screen. Ready? Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 seconds. We got 1,000 likes. 6.5 seconds. And everybody, we have 253 people on here. If everybody does it, watch how quick we can get this. In one, look, ready? All right. When we get to 46, I'm going to count. Everybody hit that. All right. When I get to 46, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 seconds. 5.5 seconds. You got 1,000 likes in 5.5 seconds. 5.5 seconds. You did it. Because I got to do my work. I'm doing mine. Just if you guys hit this stuff, we can go nuts here. And you watch this room explode. Explode. We've had 1,500 people on here at once. This is what makes it fun. All right? It's just, now, does it matter? Yeah, it matters. I'm very competitive. So I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, but Uncle Glenn is very competitive. All right? So when I set my mind on something, bam, I want to accomplish it. And I can't do it without you. Only with you. All right? So let's make our salad. You guys hit it? I'm not going to look at it until we're done with the salad. All right. So in here, I cleaned up some romaine lettuce. All right? So let's put our filling in here. All right? What do you want to start with? What should we start this Caesar salad? Greek salad. What do you want to start it with? Oh, Galaxy! Chris! Oh, whoa! Whoa! Thank you for the heart. Oh, blonde. Cucumbers. All right, let's start with cucumber. Here we are, right here. Cucumber. All right, we're going to make a little fanciness on the cucumber. All right, I'm not going to take all the skin off. I'm going to go like this. Watch. Okay? We're going to leave a little skin on it to give a nice color. All right? We'll start with this. You ask, I do. All right? Okay. Now, how do you want to cut them? Should we cut this in half? Or you want to keep the whole spiral? In half or spiral? Which way? Cut it in half and then cut it down, or cut it just in half first? Joanne said half. All right, a lot of people half. All right, so let's do that. All right? Let me get a paper towel for this. Hey, this is what makes this fun. I love this. This is just so much fun. So all we're doing is cutting this in half. All right? We're taking this, folding it over so it's flat, and now we're just cutting right down here. And you see, when you're a little decorative, all right? A little skin, not going to hurt you. It's going to help you digest, all right? So, okay. Next, what do we do? Whoop, right in. All right, what are we doing next? And what are we doing next, my friends? What are we doing next? Huh? Tomatoes next? Okay, red onion. All right, red onion. Let's do a little red onion here. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's cut up some red onion, nice and thin. Okay, we're just going down with it, nice and thin. Now, one thing about onion, if you don't use the whole thing and you want to save it, make sure you wrap it. Do not just take your onion and put it in your refrigerator, or leave it out without covering it. Because onion absorbs all bacteria. There's the reason that there's an old wives' tale. It's not really an old wives' tale. When I was a young boy, my grandmother used to put onion in the room when I was sick, and then it would absorb all of the bacteria. So just wanted to let you know. Whenever you're saving onion, cover it or put it in a bag. Do not leave it out and then use it again. All right? I don't know how to use it. I'm not a chef. I'm not a chef. So my skills are like normal skills. They're not perfect at all. They're not even good. My skills stink, Marvin. But, you know, hey, I'm not a chef. All right? And you're going to see that. If you hang out, you're going to see. Uncle Glenn's not a chef. All right? So I never claimed to be. My knife skills are par and below par. All right? I know that you're probably a chef. You probably have excellent knife skills. All right? So I just want you to know that. All right? Here we go. Here we go. Right in. Onion. All right? There you go. Okay. No problem. Hey, listen. Come on. I'm just kidding. Listen, I'm thick-skinned, Marvin. You know that. All right? No problem. All right. All right. So we got our onion. What was next? Huh? What's next? I'm terrible. Are you kidding me? Me learn something? I'm just the old dog. I can't do two things at once. You guys that know me, I can't. I get sidetracked and forget about it. Forget it. All right? I'm not a smart guy. I'm just there's things that I just enjoy doing. And part of it is being here with yous. All of yous. All right? That's all. All right. What are we doing? Next. Come on. Come on. What's next? Oh, no, I don't have any bacon. Olives? All right. Let's start with some black olives, I think, right? All right, I got a can here. Let's throw some olives in here. Let's drain them. I got to drain them first. I'm waiting for that buzzer to go off because I want to pull those things out. All right, I did put the timer on. I'm learning. You guys teaching me. You're teaching me. All right? Let's get some black olives in here. Okay? All right? Next, what do we put? I don't have any bacon. I'm not going to cook bacon right now. Now, we're making a Greek salad. I don't know if strawberries or, all right, tomatoes. I got some. Let me wash some off. Quick rinse. Quick rinse. Okay? And let's get some tomatoes in here, all right? Tomatoes. Oh, the cheese. You guys are ready for cheese already? All right. What else? What other veggies before we hit the cheese? Of course, we're going to hit it with cheese. You know that. Huh? Cut the tomatoes? All right, I'll cut them. You know, this is what's beautiful. You know, hey, I'll cut them. Of course. This is what I mean. This is what I like. I like you guys telling me. You know, you're right. I'm a slob. I put the whole tomato in my mouth. All right? So, you help. This is how you help. You help the unk like that. All right? You're right. You're 100% right. These tomatoes should be cut. They're also going to absorb the flavor better. All right? Scissors? I don't have any scissors. I got to get that. There's a lot of tools I don't have. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. All right, I'm coming. Relax. Hold on, I just want to cut the rest of these right here. All right. Boom, bada bop. 2 more. Boom. All right, let's go take a look at our St. Joseph's. I'm going to peek at them now. All right? I'm going to peek at them. Hold on. Let me go peek. See if they're done. They should be. No, they're not done. They're staying in. All right? I'm putting them in. We're going to start this again. Let's go here. Bake. I got them at 350. Let's go with another. I say another 10 minutes. I'm going to go another 10 minutes. They're still pale. I want them to have that little bit of brownish color to them. And we're only at 350. All right? So, shape-wise, they're okay. All right? I might even pop that a little hotter. Yeah. All right? Okay. Let's get back to this. All right, what's next? Carrot? Little carrot in here? Huh? I think so, right? Little carrot. All right, there we go. Cut the olives? No, I ain't cutting the olives. Not now. I got a whole carrot in here. Ghost peppers. Ah, Mama won't eat it. I would. All right. What else? All right, you want... Hold on, let me see what I got here. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. All right. I have... All right, let's do this. Let me wash this up. Take some red pepper. Now, this is uncooked, but everybody, I don't mind it. I like them. This is going to be a really, this is almost like a sun-dried tomato. All right, it's going to be very, very sweet, this red pepper. All right, kind of like, now I'm going to cut this up, get us some color, and put this right in there because this will be good. Okay, got some red pepper here. We have red onion in here. We have olives, black olives. We have tomato. We have cucumber. And now we have some red pepper in here. I'll put the rest of this. Okay. Nice and colorful. All right, nice and colorful. Ooh, grape leaves. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, grape leaves. Oh, what about chickpeas? How about some chickpeas? Definitely, I'm putting some of these in. All right, hold on. We're not done. All right, we're not done. Greek salad. Chickpeas it is. Okay. Good. How about a little celery? A little bit of celery. Thin. Very, very shaved. Not thick. Just for flavor. More than it is for anything else. I'm putting some celery in here. Okay. All right. There it is. Chickpeas are very mild bean that absorbs the vinegar and the flavor terrifically. That's a word. All right. Let's get ourselves some cheese, of course.
And the hard boiled egg?
Yeah, but it can't be hot. I'll just cut it in half. All right, ready? How much? All right.
I wish you'd make me a warm salad.
How's that? Good? All of it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, all of it is. You guys say it.
That's what makes you.
All right, there it is. All right, now, for the finale, of course, we got to have some grape leaves in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grape leaves. Right there. All right. How's it look so far? Now we didn't make. Let's ask the Greek person. Kit Kat. Come on. Come on. Tell me. Tell me. Now we didn't stir it yet, and we didn't put any dressing in it yet. What are grape leaves? Grape leaves these are filled with a rice type filling. All right. It's a leaf from the grape, and you fill it with either barley or rice. All right. And then they're soaked in olive oil. All right. We're going to dress that. Let me check my St. Joseph's here. Okay, they're coming along. Not yet. Not yet. We'll leave them in. All right. I checked them. All right. I got to make some dressing for this. All right. So, I'm going to tell you how I want to start off. Since this is, someone had said before, first of all, we got to have some green olives in here. Okay, with pimentos. Done. Now, in here, I'm starting this off with, hold on, I don't go nowhere. I'm starting my dressing off with some green olive paste. Okay? This is crushed green olives. That's going to be the beginning, the base of my dressing. Then, Uncle Glenn's garlic oil. Gotta have some of that. Okay? I just took this out of the refrigerator, so it's almost like butter here. But I want to get the garlic part. Smashed garlic right there. Look at this. It's going right in. This is going to become, okay? This is my garlic oil. This was, we made this together. All right? Look at that. Look at that. All right. Hey, if you're new here, I keep saying it. You got to follow. Just follow. This is a great place. We have a lot of fun here. We have Farm to Table to Soul Season 2, which is just starting. This is Fall into Flavor. And Uncle Glenn got his account back, and I'm excited because I got the family here. Yes! All right? Then we're going to add some regular olive oil to this. All right? Now, I want to mix this. I have green olive paste, garlic oil, and olive oil as my base mix right here. All right, what kind of seasoning, what do you want me to put? Now, come on. You want some oregano in here? Huh? Come on. What do you want? Dry oregano and basil. Okay, hold on. All right, let's get some. All right, now, this is Uncle Glenn's dried herbs from his garden. Okay? Dried basil right here from the garden. Right there. Okay? I have a little bit of mint that I'm putting in there. Little bit right there of dried mint from the garden. All right? Now we're going to get our oregano.
Did you hear the alarm?
Yes, I just heard it. Oh, almost there. A little longer. I'll show you why I'm doing this a little longer. I want to get the nice color. All right? All right, we got a little dried bay leaf. And where is my oregano? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What happened? What happened?
Explosion.
What?
Sorry.
What was it? What happened?
Eggs in the exploded.
Oh. Where's my oregano? Come on. Why are you hiding on me?
Because he's right in front.
Oh, it's right in front of my face. Yeah. It's right here. It's right in the front. Right in front of my face.
At least
Hold
you're
on.
learning. It caught on after a few seconds.
I'm doing a puzzle. There.
45
Bingo.
years.
All right.
45 years, guys.
Yep. On Saturday, Mama and I, how many years?
Married 45. Together 50.
We'll be married 45 years. 45 years. And then I knew her 6 years before that. So I knew her since she was 15. 51 years. I still. All right. All right. Now we got to add some vinegar to this, right? Right? Let's get some vinegar in there. And we got to add some citrus. You're right. Definitely need some citrus. Now, do we use red vinegar, white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, or balsamic vinegar? You tell me. Huh? Which ones? I have some imported balsamic right here. Going right in. I like the balsamic. All right, I do. I got to tell you. All right, I'm going to head. Oop. All right. And let's add a little red wine vinegar to that. Okay. And we're going to have a little bit of citrus. You're right. Definitely need some citrus in there. Okay. Before I do that, yeah, a little more. All right, let's take a lemon right here. Wash that off. I want to shave some lemon zest right in here. Add a little Dijon? Sure, why not? A little Dijon. Never hurts. Okay? Little bit. Not a lot. Little bit. We don't want to overpower it. All right. In fact, I'm going to have to use, which is fine with me. Oh, here it is. That's the horseradish. There we go. Little Dijon. Little Dijon right here. Just squirt. Good. A little bit. That's our mix. All right? All right. This is what we're tossing into our salad. Anything else? Okay? Here's our salad. Here's our mix. Okay? Should we pour this on top or should we toss it first? Yep, salt and pepper, absolutely. Okay? We have some Himalayan pink salt. We're going to add to that. I'm going to add it right to the mix. And I got some black pepper that I'm going to add to our mix. Toss first, okay. That's it. All right, here we go. All right, those St. Joseph's are coming out. I'm going to let them cool. Yep, okay, this is what I wanted. Oh, yeah. Wow. St. Joseph pastry. We're going to fill these up when they're cool. All right? And we're going to fill it with Irish Bailey's cream that we made on St. Patty's Day. We're going to load up these. Okay? I think I'm going to let them sit in the oven for a little longer so that they don't drop. But they're probably going to drop anyway, but that's all right. All right, just want them to get a little more. The oven's off right now. All right, here we go. This is our mix. So let's toss this. Where is my tongs? Hold on. There we go. Okay. I always put a rubber band on these things. Just easier. All right? Now we're going to take this and we're going to toss this up. Okay? We have romaine lettuce in here. We have red onion in here. We have cucumber. We have black olives. We have green olives with pimentos. We have chickpeas. We have fresh red pepper in here. We've got little cherry tomatoes in here. All right, we have our feta cheese in here. We have our grape leaves in here. Okay? We're just tossing this up. We have not dressed it yet. All right? We have not dressed this yet. But now we will. Okay? I'm going to dress this up. All right? In here, we have green olive paste, garlic from my garlic oil, olive oil, balsamic vinaigrette. We have balsamic vinegar. I'm sorry, red vinegar. We have olive oil. We have oregano. We have basil. We have a little bit of mint in here. We have lemon zest, salt, and pepper. All right? This is it. Now I'm going to take this. We're going to pour this right on here. And we're going to toss this up again. Smells great. Tastes great. Oh, carrots are in here. Celery is in here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And now it's just going to absorb all of this deliciousness. The cheese is just sticking to every leaf that's on here. All right? Here's what we got. This is our Greek salad for tonight. And you know what we're going to do right now? Now we're going to fry meatloaf. Fried meatloaf. Leftover meatloaf. I never did it before. We're going to take it, we're going to flour it, we're going to egg it, we're going to put it in breadcrumb, and we're going to fry it in a pan with some olive oil. Then we're going to flip it, get it nice and golden. Then we're going to put it on a plate, and we're going to add mushrooms that we're going to saute, grilled onions on top, and then fresh mozzarella. And we're going to bake that until it melts. We're going to make a fresh mushroom gravy. When it comes out, we're going to have that, and I have some escarole and beans right here with breadcrumb on top, olive oil, garlic. This is going in the oven right now to bake. All right, so we got a lot of good stuff tonight. And if you're new here, you got to follow right now. Follow, share, join the fan club. And if you help me out, hit those taps, hit those likes. All right, it's what we do. All right, we've gotten to 2 million likes in one short session. And now I'm asking you to help out the family and let's grow this community. Hit, tap, follow, share, join the fan club. All right, this is going in the oven, and I'm taking those pastries out. All right, these are all done. Okay, we're gonna let that go. This is going in right here. I'm gonna put these outside to cool. All right, here's our fresh St. Joseph pastries that we made. All right, we're gonna let them cool, and we're gonna fill them up with Irish Bailey's cream that we're gonna fill these with for St. Joseph's Day. All right? Let me let these cool down. Hold on, I'm going to put them right over here. All right. Okay. Next is our fried meatloaf. Let me just make a little room here, and we are going to do this. Here's our dinner tonight, my friends. Here it is, right here, right here. All right? St. Joseph pastries, we just got done in the oven. Boom. We made the dough. All right. All it was a pot of water. We had 1 cup of water, 1 stick of unsalted butter, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar. All right. We brought that to a boil. Then we added 1 cup of all-purpose flour. We mixed that into the pot. As soon as it started to form a dough ball, we took it off the heat. We put it in a separate container. I took 4 eggs, and we worked those eggs in. After it cooled, I worked those eggs into the dough. Then we put that in a pastry bag, and we baked it in the oven. Those are done. We just got to fill them now with the cream. Greek salad, done. Now, fried meatloaf with mushrooms, onions, peppers, and melted mozzarella. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for it or not? Come on. Come on. Huh? All right. Let's go. Show your love. I love you. Love me back. Here we go. All right. Let me make a little room here. All right. We have to have room for our flour. We got to mix some eggs. Now, I'm going to do a little something different with the eggs. Okay? I'm going to be using some of the, you know me, I don't waste anything. So I have some egg whites that I put in a container. I've been saving them because a lot of times in my doughs, I use the egg yolk. So I save the egg whites. All right? Now I'm going to take the egg whites and I'm going to utilize them right now. All right? We're going to take those egg whites and we're going to add that to here, I got egg whites right here. I got a bowl, my bowl. Let me take the salad. Let's put this on the side. That's going to be a delicious salad, by the way. All right? And we're going to take this. I have egg whites right here. All right? It works fine because this actually is going to adhere better to the meatloaf and the flour. All right? So we're going to take the egg white. I'm putting it right in. Then I'm going to take 1 egg, 1 whole egg, and add that to this. All right? And we're going to mix that up. We're going to add a little bit of cream to that, a little bit. Okay? Just a touch. Okay? Oh, look at that! Oh, we got some hot knees! Yeah, yeah! We got them! You guys are the best! Alright, here we go. Alright, now we're gonna mix this up. So we're gonna go flour, we're gonna go into this, and we're gonna go into breadcrumb. Now I'm gonna whip this up pretty good. I want to get some air in this. And then after we bread the meatloaf, we're going to let the meatloaf sit for a minute. We want everything to adhere really well. Now I got the meatloaf in the refrigerator. You want, if you're doing this, I would think it's got to be cold. You can't use hot meatloaf. It'll fall apart. It may fall apart anyway, but all right? All right, let's do it. All right, let's get some flour. And I'm going to use a flat pan for this. We're going to go flour. I got the egg. And we're going to go breadcrumb. So I got some flour right here. Okay, let's look at this right here. All right. All right. So we're going to flour in this pan. Nothing fancy, just flour. All-purpose flour. I don't need to do anything to it. I don't need to dress it. Nothing. So that should be enough. I got 4 pieces of meatloaf. Now we got to go with our breadcrumb. Okay? Seasoned breadcrumb right here. All right? And we need a pan to put this on so that we can let it rest. So let me get a piece of parchment paper right here. Put this on. Okay. All right. I got my coffee here. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Can I have a sip of coffee before I do this? Huh? I need my coffee. I haven't had any coffee. Have a little coffee? All right? Fried meatloaf. Anybody ever hear that? Anybody ever make fried meatloaf? Huh? I never did. I don't even know if it's good. You made it, Deborah? Oh! Tracy! With the whale! Yeah! That Chris gave me one earlier today. Holy smokes! Ah, you guys are see, you're so cool. Ah, coffee. I need my coffee. I just need my coffee. Chef Firecracker with the donuts! Oh yeah, she's top gifter with them donuts. Look at that. VJ, top gifter with the roses. Oh yeah, look at that. Susie Poison. Ooh. Ooh. Fried spaghetti I love. I do too. Make like a frittata with the spaghetti. You put everything in it. You fry it up. Oh, so good for you. Ah, the Heine. The doggy Heine. That little Heine thing, you always put that up, Kit Kat. Always. All right, I'm never going to get this cooked. Never. All right, let me do it. I got to do this. I got to do it. All right, here we go. Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. It's the Fair Club. Yes, that's what I love seeing. All right. All right, so we got this. We got our breadcrumb. All right, let's look at this. All right, we got to put some olive oil right in here because we're going to fry this up. Now, we're not deep frying it, but I'm using olive oil right here. Okay? And I'm going to put a little bit. Do I have any vegetable oil here? I don't even think I need it. Yeah, maybe a little bit. All right, we're bringing that. We're We got to get this hot. All right? We got our flour. We got our egg. We have our flour, egg, breadcrumb. All right? I'm going to put that on low there. Let's get our meatloaf. This is cooked meatloaf, leftover. I got to cut about a ½ inch. Now we're going to flour, egg, breadcrumb. So I'm going to do the flour, egg, breadcrumb, and I'm going to let it sit. I want it to adhere really well. All right, so let's try this one first. I got cold meatloaf here. All right, so we're putting flour on it. I don't know how this is going to come out. You think this is going to work? Anybody? All right, flour. We're going in here, egg. All right. We're soaking that up with the egg. This is 4 egg whites and 1 egg, 1 whole egg and a little cream. Okay? Now I'm going to take this, going into breadcrumb. I don't know. We'll see. See how this comes out. Flour, egg, breadcrumb. Right here. All right? Now we're just going to leave this right there, and we're going to let that adhere. Okay? Let's go with another one. Okay? Let's do it again. Flour. Fried meatloaf. This is a new one. But what a great thing to do, because we're not just going to fry this. We're putting the flour on here and the egg. There's a purpose to all of this. Because I'm going to have this, all right? This is going to be soaked. All right? We're going to make a mushroom gravy. And we're going to take those same mushrooms and we're going to add those mushrooms onto this and some grilled onions, maybe some grilled peppers too. Okay, I'm soaking this really good in this flour. Okay, now we're going to take that. We're going into the breadcrumb. All right, right here. Okay. Now, if it comes apart, I'll have to be 2 pieces. I can't help that. All right, but, all right, it's 2. 2 more pieces. Okay? Meatloaf right here. Cooked, leftover. Flour. Okay? Egg. Okay? Let that sit in there. Okay? We want that flour to soak that egg up right there. And then we're leaving it on that parchment paper because this way it's going to soak up and it'll fry up better. All right, it's got to absorb that egg. Remember, this is cold meatloaf here, not hot, cold. Been in the fridge. Okay, I'm soaking this up really good. All right, now I'm going to take it, go right into the breadcrumb. Coat that real nice. Okay. I'm going to fry this to get the golden. Remember, you don't have to fry it that long. You're frying it to get it nice and golden. That's it. That's the only reason, not to cook it. You don't have to cook it. The meatloaf's cooked already. Okay? One more baby right here, and we're done. Okay? This is the heel of the meatloaf. Okay? We got flour. We got the egg. Got to get that egg on that flour real good. You want that, that's the thing that absorbs the breadcrumb. It's going to absorb the gravy. Okay? Okay? All right. That's it. All right, I'm going to take this. We're going to throw this out. Get rid of everything. Get rid of the flour. All right. You want to stay kind of sanitary here. And get rid of the egg. All right. Let me just put this, rinse this off in the sink, rinse my hands off, and let's get frying. All right. Just give me a minute. I got to make some room here. A little bit of room. I'm going to clean some of this stuff off real quick. It'll take me about a minute and a half to 2 minutes. All right, so don't leave me. All right, we got to fry up this, we got to see how this is going to come out. I think it's going to come out pretty good, but I'm being biased here. I got to turn the oven on too. Oh yeah. All right. One pot, done. These stainless steel pots are my go-to. All right, I use these for everything. And they clean up so nicely. And when I do my shopping live, we're going to have some of these on there. I want to find out the ones that will be on special. We're not doing any of that tonight. None of it. Tonight is focused on fun with the family. All right? We just got our account back. And I've got Uncle Glenn #2 back again. All right? We're no longer the shop talk that Tic Tac made me. All right? I didn't do it. They made that name up. I didn't do it. But we got it off. I got it back. Took me 2.5 months. All right? But we did it. So we're not looking back. We're looking forward. And we're doing what we got to do to make this family grow. We're looking to get to 1 million followers. All right? And the only way to do it and to be part of it, and let me be your uncle. All right? Let me be your uncle. All right? And it's going to be fun, I promise you. Okay. Good enough. All right? We got some oil right here. All right? I think I probably should cut this a little with some vegetable oil. A little bit. Just so that we don't get it to a smoke point. A little bit. All right. Okay? So we have olive oil in there. I just mixed in a little bit of some vegetable oil. We're going to bring that to temperature. And then we're going to fry up our meatloaf. All right, let's get this oven back on. I'm going to put this I can put this pretty high because everything that's going to go on there is cooked. All right, so here's our meatloaf that we took day-old meatloaf, or a couple of days old, and I floured, egg, breadcrumb. Now we're going to fry these off. Then we're going to put them in a pan. Then we're going to saute up some mushrooms, some grilled onions. We're going to put that on top with some mozzarella. All right? That's the plan. All right? So here we go. If you're new here, you got to follow, share, join the fan club. All right? You won't regret it, I promise you. All right. We got that. We got that. All right? I got my spatula here. All right? To turn it with. I may need this also to do it. Maybe 2 tools. Your tools are so important. You got to have the right tools to make the right thing. To try these things, you got to have tools. All right? We're just going to bring this to temperature. That oven's up. Now, once they come out, what are we going to put it in? All right? That's the question. All right? We got to bake that. The plan is to bake that in the oven and melt that mozzarella. All right? So, I got a pan here. This is nice. I'll use this one right here. Beautiful. All right? Okay. This is going to be our pan. Now we're going to cook this. We're going to put it in. Okay? We'll do the meatloaf first, then we'll grill off everything that we need. Okay? It won't take long at all. I just want to get, I'm going to use that shallot, I think, and mushrooms. Yes. Okay. All right. Ready? Okay. Here we go. Let's get over there and let's fry up our meatloaf. Yeah, we're going to fry up our meatloaf. Never did this before, but we're going to try it right now. First time for everything. All right, ready? Wow. Okay. I'm going to put 2 pieces in first so I can flip them easily. What we're trying to do here, we want to get this nice and crispy. That's what we want to do. All right? We're just cooking the outside of this. That's basically what we want to do. All right. Looking good. We want to get this nice and brown. We don't have to cook it. The meatloaf is cooked already. We're cooking the flour, the egg, and the breadcrumb right now. That's our plan here. Okay, we're going to get that nice and golden. All right, let's try the other side. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Look how nice that looks. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at that. Look at that. Fried meatloaf. Okay, we got a nice crust on it. That's what I wanted. Looking good. Getting some good color on it. That's what we want to do. All right? Want to get some nice color on this. Just getting all the sides here. Nice. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? And they're going to be just sealing it. I'm sealing it so I seal all the juices that are here. I want them sealed inside. I don't want them spilling out. Okay, we did that one. Let's turn this over. Get the other part of it. Right here. Okay. This is done. All right. Look at that. Look. How's that look? Huh? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, now we got 2 more pieces to do. And then we're gonna, so let's take this other one right here, put it in. Oven's at temperature. And we can let these cool down, and we're going to make the topping right after that. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to take my mushrooms, and I want to get my mushrooms cut in half. So you watch that. Let me just cut these up so I can get them right in. I'm going right in that same pan with these. All right? I'm not going to waste that olive oil. I'm going to cook these mushrooms up with some. I'm going to use a shallot. I'm going to use the mushroom with a shallot. I'm going to cook. All right? And then we're going to let them cook up. We'll take that out. Then we're going to dump that oil, and we're going to make a quick gravy. Okay? So I just did this. I got this mushrooms done right here. All right? I'm going to cut up the shallot. I'm going to turn that meatloaf over. All right, let's turn that over. This is fried meatloaf, my friends, if you're just joining. Never did it before, but I can tell you, I think it's going to be pretty good. Okay? I'm just cutting up my other ingredients right here. I might even put I think we're going to definitely put I'm going to do some peppers with this, I think. Yeah. Why not? Roast, since we're doing the onion, I'm using the scallion, okay? That's what I'm using. Now, I could use the rest of that red onion so it doesn't go to waste and I don't have to wrap it. So we're going to put this in. Okay? Those are almost done right there. All right, I'm going to cut the rest of this onion. I'm going to put this in there as well. All right, coming right back. I'm coming right back. Okay. Good. All right. In fact, I'm not going to use this. See, when you get the smoke, all right, olive oil, if you make it too hot, it gets a quick smoke. It has a very low smoke point, and it'll burn on you. So I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it. I'm going to just take the mushrooms, the onions. All right, I could save a little bit of it, but we're going to get rid of that right here. Putting that right on top of the breadcrumb. And okay, good. Got rid of it. Let me get a paper towel, wipe this out, and let's do our mushrooms. And you use the same pan, okay? Now, when I do mushrooms, I like to use butter. All right, I like butter when I do that. So I got that on there. I'm going to throw some butter in there. What happened? You all right? Oh, mama. Okay, let's take some butter.
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 Butter for the bread.
What you call it? Butter. I call it butter. All right? I know a lot of yous don't call it that. Butter. Butter. Okay? Red onion, I got in there. All right, we're going to start grilling that up first. All right? I got some shallots that I'm throwing in there that I sliced up. I want to get these grilled. Okay? Okay? Show you what I'm doing. I'm going to make a mushroom gravy right here. Okay. I'm making a mushroom gravy. I got water right here. All right, I'm taking some of my au jus mix right here. Okay? Putting that right in here. Okay, I'm just dissolving this. I'm making my own broth right here. I'm making my own gravy. I'm using the I can't tell you. It's, I'll show it to you next time. Okay? So let that dissolve right here. It's like an au jus mix. All right, but we're gonna fancy it up a little bit. Okay? I'm cooking the onions up first. Okay, we're grilling these up. Let's turn the heat up. All right. This is how I do my gravy. So, very quick, very easy. Okay, I'm sauteing these onions up first. I want them to get, I have a red onion, the rest of the red onion that we use for our salad, and I have a shallot in here. Okay, that's it. So we're gonna let that get translucent, meaning that they're gonna soften up and the sugar that's in here is gonna get released. That's what we're looking to do right now. All we did was put some butter in here. I didn't put anything else yet. All right, my salt is in here. I'm not adding any salt. All right, but we could add some pepper. So I'm gonna use some white pepper in here. It dissolves better in the sauce than the black pepper. All right, a little bit. Okay, and we're just sauteing this up. Okay, these are getting soft already. All right, now we're going to add some mushrooms to this. Little baby portobellos. Okay, I'm just letting this go first because the mushrooms are going to cook up and they're going to release their own juices, their own flavor. All right? All right, looking good. Okay, now we're going to drop our mushrooms, our portobello baby portobellos right in here. All right? And we'll let these cook. Now these things are going to cook quick. They're going to release their own flavor. They're also going to absorb that butter that's in there. And of course, you know, I got to add some of Uncle Glenn's garlic oil to this. Okay? This is garlic oil that we made. All right? And I use this. This is my go-to for flavor and for consistency. All right? We got to take some of my dried parsley. All right? I got dried parsley right here. A couple of days old. Got dried. I break it up. It's going right in here. Okay, I'm just crumpling it because it's dry already. You got a little bit of, I don't mind. Listen, when I have things and there's a little stem in it, it's just flavor to me, you know. Now, if I have chopped this up, probably look a little better, but I don't care. I'm not a chef. I'm not trying to be a chef. I'm trying to get this done the way it's going to taste good. That's all I care about. Okay? Got to get these cooked. Let these mushrooms release their flavor. Then we're going to take this. We're going to put our gravy mix in. And then we're going to take the mushrooms and the onions out. Put them on top of the meatloaf with some mozzarella. And maybe I'll use some parm too. Let me go get some here. I got grated cheese right here. Let me make sure I got everything I need. I need to run downstairs for a minute. Let's let that cook. And I need to get some mozzarella. All right. Now, if you wanted to use cheddar, you probably could, but I'm using mozzarella tonight. All right. I think that'll go better with the brown gravy that I'm going to pour on that. And then once we get this in the oven, then, all right, how's that? Okay. My escarole is just about baked and done. All right. All right, this is good. All right, this is what I want. All right. Okay, the mushrooms absorbed the butter and the onion flavor, the sweetness, the sugar from it. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to take our au jus mix. And I'm pouring it right in here. Okay? That's going to flavor, and that'll thicken as it comes to a boil. So we're letting that cook down a little bit now. This is going to absorb. And we have, this is our fried meatloaf right here that we just made. Okay? And that is going to absorb that gravy and that flavor. All of it. I mean, these came out great. Look at this. Look how nice this is. This fried meatloaf. Did you ever see this before? Fried meatloaf.
I think that's like chicken steak or whatever they call those.
Huh?
Down south.
Like a chicken? I don't know. This is real good, though. It's going to be really good. I know it. All right. We're going to let this reduce. Okay. Got plenty of flavor in there. Onion, red onion, scallions, mushrooms, butter, parsley, white pepper, and an au jus base that I added with some water. All right? I'm letting these mushrooms absorb more of that flavor right now. We're going to lay that right on top of here. We're going to go like this, like that, and we're going to put this right in the oven. Okay. Ready? Okay. We'll let that cook. Take this one here. Want to get it on here. Nice. Okay. All right. We're going to take some mozzarella, and we're putting shredded mozzarella right on here. We're just going to bake this in the oven. We're going to take out our escarole and beans that are in there. Okay? Let's take out the escarole and beans and let's put in that. Let that finish. Here's our baked escarole and beans right here. Baked escarole and beans. A little tomato, some breadcrumb, some grated cheese on top. That's our side veggie. We got our gravy cooking, and this is going in the oven now. Fried meatloaf with mushrooms, red onion, and the, what do they call it again? The other onion. All right? Whatever it is. All right. All right. This gravy, we're going to keep letting it reduce. All right? Let's go fill our pastries up. What do you say? Huh? You ready? What do you think? What do you think? I think we're doing all right here. All right. I got to clean this bag because I need it. All right. Let me clean this out. Hold on. I got to clean my pastry bag real quick. And we're going to fill this with some Irish cream that we made on St. Patty's Day. We took cream cheese, ricotta, vanilla, Irish Baileys, powdered sugar, and we made ourselves one delicious cream that's going to go inside of the St. Joseph pastry that we made. Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready to fill them? Got a tip right here. I just put it in. I'm going to lower this. Okay. We got the meatloaf, fried meatloaf with the mushrooms and the mozzarella in the oven. We got our gravy ready. We got our escarole and beans ready. And we have our Caesar salad ready to go. All right. So let me get the pastries. Let's fill them quick, as many as we can. Now, some of these flattened out. All right, but we have some that are puffed up. Listen, we're doing the best we can here. I never did it before. All right, here's our Irish cream that we made on St. Patty's Day. I tasted this the other day. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so this is what we're putting inside of these very delicate pastries. Okay? We're going right in here with it. This is going to be amazing. Oh, yeah.
Take a bite of that.
Huh? No, I can't yet.
Yes, you can.
I can't yet.
You can.
What?
Why not?
I have to say my prayers. I don't want to do that here.
It's not a meal, it's a nibble.
Lord God, thank you for my provisions.
The nibble.
All right? Mama's giving me some of the warmed up pastry with the raspberry almond filling and the fresh crumb we made. This is about 5 days old, and it does not get stale. It's amazing. I'm going to take a bite. Thank you, Lord. Really good. Sick how good that is. That's dangerously good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the best thing I think that I've ever made. That I'm going to consistently make. And if Uncle Glenn was ever going to make something to sell.
Raspberry in it. I think it's just the...
No, it's raspberry, for sure. All right. All right, let's see if we can fill one of these. You ready? I think we're going to go through the bottom. So I'm going to poke a little hole and let's squeeze some filling into it. Okay. All right. Poke a hole and let's see if I can fill it. I don't know. I'm going to be upside down with it. Yep. Maybe you should go through the top, huh?
Definitely have to make this.
It's too loose. It's too loose. But we're going to make it work. Okay? Just that I'm going in through the top right here. Okay. Yeah, the cream's too loose. But it tastes freaking great. That'll tell you. All right, so I gotta pop a hole right there to fill this. Yeah. Okay. That one's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was okay. I'm loving filling these because I'm getting to taste them. Oh man, I'm not going to have enough cream, which is fine, because I'm going to use it. Let's try to get this one if we can. Take the top off, pop it. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, I'm going to pop this one right here. And this one here. And that's it. We're out of cream. I can save the shells for making something else, even if you put anything in here. St. Joseph, I didn't do you any great shakes here tonight, but tastes good. All right, let me get a little plate for the ones that we filled, and let's just powdered sugar some of these up, and let's make them look a little better. I don't have any cherries, okay? I wish I did, okay? One. Man. Two. These may be good, really good, actually. Three. Five. And did I fill this one? Yeah, this one right here. Okay. 6. Ooh. Wow. All right. As long as they taste good. All right. A little wet, the cream, but we got our dessert right there. Okay. Put these aside. Let's get a plate and let's get our dinner. That meatloaf should be done. All right? All right, I got this right here. There's our dessert right here. I'm gonna try to do a little straightening out so I can eat without too much of a mess. All right, we got this. Just give me a second, 1 second here. We're gonna finish this up really nice. Get my fork, get my knife. I don't even think I'm gonna need a knife for this, but we'll take it anyway. Okay, all right, let's start building this plate. I gotta see how that meatloaf came out. The fried meatloaf. Let's check it out. Oh man, looking good. All right, I'm gonna turn that on broil 1 second. All right, leave that in there. Let's take, this is hot. Woo, is that hot? All right, we're gonna take some of the escarole and bean that we made with breadcrumb, grated cheese, and fresh tomato. We baked this up, and this okay. Put that aside. I got to get a plate for that wonderful salad that we made. This is going to deserve a big bowl, okay, for the salad. I want a good salad. I've been dying for this salad. I've been looking forward to this salad, and we're going to eat some of this salad, okay? So this right here we made. It is romaine lettuce, chickpeas, black olives, tomatoes, cucumbers, celery. We have some delicious grape leaves right there. Chickpeas, red pepper, onion, red onion, cucumber, feta cheese, look at that. Come on. Come on. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. All right. Let's get our, where's my mitt? And let's get our, yep, all done. Told you, wouldn't take long. You want to see the fried meatloaf? Fried meatloaf with baby portobellos, red onion grilled, mozzarella, shallots. And now we're going to pour some brown gravy on top of this. Let's see how it came out. All right? So let's take one of these right here. Move that out of the way. I think we're going to get another little piece right here. That right there. Now, we're going to take our brown gravy. Let me get you over here so you can see what we got here. Okay? Okay? We have the fried meatloaf, portobello mushrooms, onion, grilled onion, shallots, fresh parsley, mozzarella, fried meatloaf baked in the oven. Now we're going to take our brown gravy that we made with the onions in it, and we're going to pour some right on here. Look at that. Oh, man, is that going to be good? Look at that. This, my friends, is our dinner that we made from leftovers. Okay? Meatloaf, fried onions, portobello mushrooms, mozzarella, fresh gravy. We have escarole and beans with fresh tomato right there, baked in the oven with some breadcrumb and grated cheese. We have our Greek salad here with a bunch of stuff. All right? And we made our St. Joseph pastries with St. Patrick's cream. All right? Irish cream. That's our dessert. Now, if you would indulge me, we have 400. And let me see how many people we have on here. We have 414 people. All right? You're in my house, so I always say my prayers before I eat. All right? I give thanks because I'm grateful for all the good things that God has given to me. Now, it's what I believe. And I know I'm right. You know why? Because I believe it. All right? Now, if you want to pray with me, you do so. If not, just give me the respect and the time. Give me 1 minute. I got to give thanks to my God for all of these wonderful provisions that He has afforded me. All right? Now, and I'm going to say our traditional prayer tonight. Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts which you're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Lord God, once again, I come before you in gratitude and thanks. I love you, Lord, and I appreciate all of the things that you've done for me, all the things you've given to me, all the ways that you've protected me even when I didn't know, how you protected my family, and you've carried me through trials and tribulations as well as celebrations. You have always been my God. You will always be my God, and I thank you. I ask you, Lord, that you would protect and you would bless all of these 372 people that are on here right now, that you would allow your Holy Spirit to be with them wherever they are in their life right now, whether they're in a trial or they're in a tribulation or they're in a celebration. Be there, Lord, and lift them up. And I ask all of these things in Jesus Christ's holy name. Amen. All right, I'm checking out our salad first. All right, here we go. Cheers. Here we go. This is our Greek salad Kit Kat wanted me to make. All right, here we are. Tracy! Tracy! Tracy, I'm going to choke. Come here, what? You do that on purpose. You... Oh, but I tell you, what flavors in here? What flavors? I just fell into flavor. That's what this thing is all about. Falling into flavor. And we just did. I mean, it's just so many delicious, fresh tasting flavors in here. The dressing is just enough. The cheese is just soaked into all of the lettuce and the tomato. And, now, forgive me for chomping, but this is how I eat. And I got a microphone on. So if I'm being rude, I don't care. Mm. This is a grape leaf. It's stuffed with rice and barley, wrapped in a grape leaf. Are you the inside? All right. Wow. Now, for the feature, fried meatloaf. Never had it. Having it now. Here we go. Oh, man, with the mozzarella on there. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to dip that right in the gravy. Oh, man. Look at that. Soaked it right up. Soaked the gravy right up. The mushroom, the onions. A new level of flavor. A new level of flavor on a great meatloaf. Fresh tomato, escarole, mozzarella, breadcrumb, garlic, and cannelli beans. Mm. 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 You know, and I shouldn't be thankful? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I try to remind myself continuously from the time I get up in the morning when my head is on that nice soft pillow and my eyes open up. And I just try to stay conscious of the little things that I need to be grateful for. Because in a minute, in an instant, it can all be gone. All be gone. Right now, this is going to be gone. Mm. Mm. This is fried meatloaf. Using a leftover meatloaf, we floured, egged, and breaded it. We fried it in olive oil, and then we put it in the oven with grilled onions and portobello mushrooms and mozzarella. And then we made our own gravy, which is what we have right here. Now I got the whole combo right here. Mm. Mm. I mean, really, really, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know what is coming. All right? You know what is coming, right? Right? Come on! Come on! What do you think? Come on! What do you think? What do you think? Come on, family! Come on! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! What a dinner! We did it! We did it again! We did it! Oh, now I gotta hit one of these. All right? Here we go. I'm gonna take this nice little one here. It's filled with Bailey's Irish Cream filling that we made with cream cheese and ricotta and powdered sugar. It's a little loose, and we made these shells today. Let's taste it. Ready? You ready? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We just hit it with, this tastes like a shot of Bailey's. Thick. Ah. Oh. my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at this one. Look at this. All right, look at this. Look at this. Did I hit it? Did I hit it? Look at that. Cream just oozing out of this. Look. These are my St. Joseph, homemade St. Joseph pastries that we did together. In honor of St. Patrick's and St. Joseph, we tried. And I got to tell you, it tastes a whole lot better than that might look. All right? Oh my goodness. Mama, where are you? Oh, look at that. Look at that cream in there. Just oozing out. Ah. I know I'm a slob. I got it all over me. It just tastes too good. These are the lightest pieces of pastry that you could ever have. It's not heavy. It's not filling. And you taste the fluffiness of that's like a cream puff. Just like a cream puff. The only difference is the way that we shaped it. All right, but we made this from scratch together. And, I mean, this is top shelf. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm allowed to say it. I'm waiting to say today when I take a bite of something and go, ew, that's disgusting. I don't know. I never saw anybody do it. I almost want to make something really disgusting so I can do it. You know, you're going like a chef. He's on the show, right? Now they cut into it and he goes, ew. Ah! And spits it out. I would be dying laughing. I want to see it. But no one's honest enough to do it. Even me. I burnt my garlic bread one time. I make a sandwich. All right? And I had meatballs and sausage and all the beautiful sauce and all the mozzarella. And my garlic bread burnt. I made a hero, a submarine, or whatever you call it. But what did I do? I took and I scraped it on the sink. But it was so burnt that when I bit into it, that was probably one of the times I should have gone, ugh. But I didn't. You want to know why? Because it reminded me of breakfast with my mother. That's how I knew. I knew breakfast was ready when I smelled the bread burning. She didn't have to call. She had to say, oh, breakfast, there it is. There's that smell of burnt bread. Oh, I'll be right over. You don't have to call me. Don't ring the bell. I'll be there. Every day. So when I bit into that hero, all right, the burnt garlic bread with the sausage and the meatballs, it's like I felt bad because it just reminded me of how bad it used to be. But it is. All right. My friends, I think we did good. All right? I got to have Mama taste them. All right? But I think we had a pretty successful night. We did it all on the cuff. I mean, all of it. We did it. We decided this afternoon while we were doing the seeds that we were going to cook. And so we put together leftovers tonight, and I think we made a pretty unique meal. I'm pretty happy with it. So I love you guys. All right? And now, tomorrow is Friday. I won't be on. I have a wedding to go to. But I'll be on either Saturday or Sunday. All right? And probably Sunday because I would like to do a Sunday sauce. I got to make more garlic oil. Maybe we'll do meatballs and I don't know. But I may try to get on Saturday also. Oh, Kit Kat, 10,000 more. Let's get there. Let's get over that $200,000 mark. Dollar mark. 1,000 like mark. Watch this. Family, here. This is what we can do collectively. Watch how quick we get to 200,000. All right? Everybody, we have 344 people on here. Everybody just hit your phone, double tap. Watch how quick. I'm going to count how long it takes to get 1,000. We're at 192. When I get to 193, I'm going to count. Everyone tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds. We got 1,000 likes in 4 seconds. 4 seconds. All right? That means it would take less than 2 minutes to get us over the top. If everybody hits that button. And if you haven't followed yet, don't even tap. Hit that follow button first so that you can know when we're on, and we're going to be on a lot, and we have a lot of fun here. It's a good place. All right? Let's count. Right? Holy smokes! We got to 198. We're almost at 200,000 already because of yous. Look at this. 199. Look at this. Look how quick in less than, oh my gosh, that's quick. 200. We got the 200,000 like that with the family. That's all. We can do anything. And you guys did it. You did it, not me. You did it. Come on. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Celebration. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, what a great, I'm the one that's blessed here. I am the one that's blessed. You might have a good time, but I'm the one that's blessed. And I just want to thank everybody for your time. Number one, the time that you are on here with us. All right. I want to thank you for every heart, every tap, every rose, every heart me, every whale, every galaxy, every hiney, everything you guys do. You just make it fun. But before we leave, is it anyone's birthday? Hey, we haven't done that. Is it anyone's birthday? How about we end the show with a birthday? Anyone? Anyone's birthday today? Come on, you got to tell the truth though. No telling fibs here. If it's your birthday. It's Doc's birthday? Oh, is he here? All right. Well, listen, Doc is one of my first mods, him and Kit Kat. I want you, if you would, somebody send Doc, who's going through some family, death in his family, his close grandmother. All right? And your daughter Elizabeth? Okay. So Rhoda, we're going to sing happy birthday to Elizabeth and happy birthday to Doc. All right? Right now. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Happy birthday, Doc. And I want everybody, all 286 of you that are on here right now, to show your love for Rhoda's daughter, Elizabeth. All right? And for Doc. Just give them some love. Give them encouragement. Send them a text. Make them smile. That's what we do here. All right? So I got to see if I can say Elizabeth and Doc in Donald Duck. All right? Ready? All right, here we go. Elizabeth and Doc. Elizabeth and Doc. All right, I got it. All right, here we go. You ready? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elizabeth. And Doc. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Happy birthday, Doc. May God's grace be abundantly on you the next 365 days and forward. I want to thank everybody for all of your love, all your time. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Happy birthday, Doc. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the mustache. Thank you for everything. And Uncle Glenn will see you again on either Saturday or Sunday. All right? God willing.